Okay, in this video, I'm going to replace those little hinges at the very top of your window. I'm going to replace those with some stop lights. These are also reverse lights. So to get these off is pretty easy. There's a little clip in the bottom here, but there's a hinge at the top. So what you do is you kind of pull down a little bit and then pop out and up. Like, oh, I'll put my two fingers up here, kind of pull down, and the back just swings right out, just like that. Bam. So like I said, and even on this side, like you just put your two fingers on top, you press down because that releases the tension at the bottom down here when you pressing down like this, and you can press down, pull straight up and out. Look at that, bam. Ooh, a bunch of crap fell out of that one. But, and the hinges just pop straight up like that. So there you go right there. So that's what they look like. And then the other ones, you just install them just the opposite. Okay, now to install them, you know, they got those little hinges on the back like that. And that's that little clip at the bottom. But you just put them right on top here, pull down, that snaps in place there. I'm gonna run this cable and along the top of here, and then I'm gonna install the other one, and that's how it's gonna all line up. Now, as you can see, I already snapped these two down in place, and the cable right here runs along the top of here. So I got one of them back behind here, and you just, I mean, it's free back there. You just kind of let the cable hang, and it runs all along the bottom. The cable run all the way along the bottom, pop out here. Like I said, it just hangs back there. I'm gonna take this and flip it up on the inside, down in here, and run it all the way down around my window. Now these instructions here, wait a minute. These instructions pretty much got all that on there too. Got some paper stuck on there. But these instructions kind of show you exactly how to do it. I mean, it's pretty, you know, self-explanatory, but once you order the kit, you'll get these instructions and everything. I mean, this stuff, I read it within like a minute. I was like, oh, I know how they did it. So as you can see now, I got the glass up. This is where the cable will sit. That cord will sit right down into that groove, right around your weather seal. And then it'll come around this side and come all the way down, wrap around, and these are the wires you'll be connected to right there, right inside of your Jeep. Okay, so now you can see how I ran it. I tucked it all back there, so it's tucked behind my weather stripping, comes all the way down and around. And I'll put it right up under that, like you can see right where the harness of the door goes into, this little piece there. And it comes right out the back side right there. So it'll come right out the back, right next to that little white piece right there. So make sure you tuck it. I mean, you gotta pull that rubber piece out some, but you gotta get it tucked up under there. But it goes up and all the way around. That's where that one goes there. You see all the harnesses and stuff there. It's all tucked back there, and there's your other one. Okay, this is the part where it gets tricky. I got all my wiring stuff out here because I'm gonna use these adapters to actually hook to the back of it. So whenever I take my top off, all I gotta do is I'm gonna put them on these wires, and they're coming all the way through where the tail light was. And I got them coming out through here. It's pretty hard to get through because you gotta go through that piece right there. So once you go through that piece, now you have these wires hanging. You're gonna put these adapters on the ends of all of these wires, and make sure you mix the adapters up perfectly so you can't get the wiring wrong. And I'm gonna connect them to the harness on the back of this tail light, because those are the wires that I need. I need those 4 wires to go to these 4 wires, and I'm gonna connect those. And all I did to get that wire was just cut it off of the actual part that came, because they gave me too much wire. So I just cut it and fed it through the hole there, and I'm gonna use that to create my little trick. And I'll show it to you once I'm done. So as you can see, I got all my adapters on there. These here are the male ends, and those are all the female ends. I didn't have to mix them up because the wiring colors are exactly the same. Now when I get down here and do it, because my wiring colors aren't the same, I'm gonna kind of mix these up a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean when I do it, because it'll help me always plug it into the right one. I'll try to make them independent of each other instead of looking identical to each other like this. So there's everything connected, red to red, green to green, so on. What I'll probably do is just do a couple of quick wraps in electrical tape just so it's not bouncing around back here. But other than that, that harness is pretty good. Okay, I got my wiring harness protected. That's actually air hose from when I did that that oil catch can in the front. That's some of the air hose left over. See, never throw anything away. You don't know what you could use it for. So that seals everything up, keeps the positive away from the negative, Keeps all the wires from touching each other, even when I'm jumping around and bumping around, and that's all you're really looking for. At some point, I must have bought some quick connects. So this is gonna make my job a lot easier when it comes to wiring this tail light, because I already got my wires hanging here, and all I gotta do is get them on that adapter right there. So that's my tail light. So I'm gonna adapt them to that, and that'll be it. Like I said, at some point in my career, I bought some quick connects. Brand new packages sitting in the garage. Thank you, universe, wherever you're at. And just like that, filled up my little box. Yeah. I bought this little electrical kit a long time ago, and I just keep buying stuff and throwing it in there, so I take it everywhere I go. I love this little kit. Now the cool thing about quick connects is you don't need, like, I had to cut all of this off my wires because I already had them exposed and ready to put adapters on them. But with quick connects, you don't have to. You just slide them right on there. So, I mean, your wires can look like that. You're just gonna slide the connectors on, put it in line, snap it together, done. Move on to the next wire. I'll show you how. See, with quick connect, I'm doing the white wire now. The white wire will slide all the way through on one side. Now there's a stop on the side that's coming from the Jeep, the little harness I bought. There's a stop, so you push it all the way back to the stop. Now I'm gonna fold that little flap over, push it down, snap it in place, and these two wires are now crimped together. I can't do it right now because the phone's in my hand, but I'll show you what it'll look like. And that's what it'll look like when you're done. You'll fold this flap over right there, and once you fold that flap over, you get you a pair of these, put it on there, squeeze gently, because it'll slowly slice into each wire. Go kind of gently, and then this right here, you just put that in by hand. You'll snap that into place. You can look on the back of a package of them and see exactly how to do them, but I just kind of showed you what it'll look like. Okay, there's all my wires. Remember, when that thing's open, push that silver piece down in with those pliers, then fold this over, snap it in place. All these things should snap in place, and you're done. Last night I had to take a break, but I finished wiring it tonight, hooked everything up, works perfectly. About to show you. Okay, so this is my alarm on. See those lights at the top? Alarm off. All right. Alarm on, alarm off. There you go.